Hello everyone, Man Faces here, and welcome back to Survivor Series. So this is part 5. I found something else that I wanted to talk about, namely an easier way to get food in the beginning of the game besides having to kill animals. Maybe some people just want to role play as a vegetarian because that's possible, or you just don't want to have to fight those rad stags that early in the game. It's gonna always get me. Okay, so basically I want to bring everybody's attention to the soup section. Now they have added quite a few soups, but we're really going to be talking about the base level soups, namely vegetable soup and noodle cups. Both are relatively easy to make, although they require dirty water. I'm not really too sure how I feel about that. I have thought about putting a mod in to just not use dirty water, because why would you make soup with... Regardless, they will give food, and the vegetable soup gives rad resistance times 25, which is kind of awesome. And if you notice, they're really easy to make. We only need carrots, potatoes, and dirty water. The noodle cup is even easier to make, with one exception. You have to find razor grain. Now, I had been looking for razor grain for a good portion of this playthrough, just to try to find where I could get it. I even went all the way down to Diamond City, still couldn't find it. But apparently,
Hey, Carla,
Trash Can Carla,
something up?
who's always standing around our settlements,
Let's see what you got.
Yeah, keep your shirt on.
yeah, whatever, she sells razor grain. Now, she might not have it when you speak with her, but eventually she will have it. It is in her loot list. Okay, so now that we have the raw materials, there's a couple of more things we need. Namely, we need dirty water. Now, in the old game, it was a little hard to come by. You actually had to find the water cartons. Well, in this game, what we're going to do is we're going to go get us some empty bottles, and then we're going to head out to a stream. So I'm going to round up whatever bottles I can find, and I'm going to go hit the water source in Sanctuary. Okay, so we've come back to Abernathy Farms to go on ahead and get our 1 razor grain and our 1 carrot down in the ground. But as I realize, coming across empty bottles is going to be a bit of a pain. So we're going to go search a little bit more in order to try to get us some for the kit. But I'm not really too sure about the sustainability of this. Okay, so I've rounded up as many empty bottles as I can. I guess it really doesn't matter too much because we've got a good little while before we can actually do anything, because we have to wait for our vegetables to grow. So let's go ahead and get us some dirty water. And it just works the same way as if you were at a pump, which I think is pretty cool, but even still, it just makes it too hard to come by. And then, like, if I drink a soda, I don't get the bottle. I only get the bottle cap, so. Alright, man, we're definitely getting there. Taking a little bit of time, and I had to entice a settler from another one of my settlements to come help me with the farming, but it's paying off pretty big, so good times. In the meantime, while I'm waiting for these to grow, I'm going to sortie out into the area, try to raise my levels some, and try to hunt some bottles. Hopefully I can find a place where we can find a renewable resource for those bottles. But until then, I'll be back. Alright, well, we just got back from exploring.
Seems to be growing well.
And it seems like all our crops are ready to go. So I'm going to go on ahead and harvest.
Blake told me what you did for us. For Mary. I know.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing. Thank you. No doubt. So we're going to go on ahead and grab the potatoes. And most importantly, our ultra valuable razor grain. And it's getting pretty late, so I'm going to go on ahead and sleep, and then we'll cook our noodle cups tomorrow. So it took us a little bit of work, but we finally able to prepare us some vegetarian entrees. So we got our noodle cups. I'm just gonna go on ahead and put us together 5. Okay, and then we got our vegetable soup. Now I want everyone to see that vegetable soup is pretty damn good. The 25 radiation resist and the HP, minus, just only getting HP for the noodle cup. So in theory, the noodle cup is cheaper, but razor grain's really hard to find in the early game. We got really lucky finding it on Trash Can Carla. One more. Okay, so let's take a look at these soups in the Pip-Boy. So the noodle cup is 40 HP. It's just pretty much basic. I believe it's going to be considered a light meal, considering that mutt chops is 4 and the noodle cups are 4. So 40 and 40. Now if we come to our vegetable, it's 55-25, but I still think it's going to be considered a light meal. So in order to determine that, what we're going to do is we're going to sleep until we get hungry, and then we're going to eat just to see how many it takes to fill us up. Alright, it took us a while to get hungry, but we're finally peckish. So now I'm going to go ahead and munch a noodle cup. And as I suspected, you would need 2 noodle cups to fill you. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same way with the vegetable soup, just because of how much HP it gives. I think that's what determines what's a light meal and what's a full meal. But I think I'm going to do a separate video on that after this, just because it finally got brought to my attention that some food is more valuable, I guess, nutritionally than other foods. So stay tuned for that. And what do you guys think about the new way to eat? I think it's pretty cool that you could get vegetarian options in the Wasteland. So if you wanted to like role play as a vegetarian monster slayer, hey, that option's there for you. But until next time, thanks for watching, everyone. Like, share, subscribe. Stay tuned for more vids. It's Man Faces signing out. Take care, everyone.